Hello everyone, Dr. Ahmed Rehan Khan here. Recently I've been promoted as Associate Program Director of Psychiatry Residency at Virginia Tech Carilion School of Medicine. Just wanted to say thanks to my program leadership for trusting me. Today's video is about rank order list. It's upon us. The time has passed so quickly that even on the other side of the fence, I cannot even believe it. Anyhow, I'll talk briefly about few factors that can potentially impact your rank order list, which you can consider while making a choice. First thing is it has to be what in medical terms we call informed consent. So you have to know the pros and cons, risks and benefits associated with your choice. To begin with, what I'll say, please don't trust in the myths and speculations. NRMP recently posted a video on their YouTube channel. They shared the link on Twitter. It is very simple. It always works in the favor of applicants, meaning it does not matter if a program likes you or not. What matters is you should rank the programs according to your preference, not according to the perceived reaction or perceived liking by the program. It will not happen that if a program has really liked you and they have ranked you highly, it doesn't matter if you rank them even at the last. So the algorithm does not work like that. So always works in the favor of applicants. So please again I will say, rank order list works in the favor of applicants. Make your list according to your choice. Okay, now a few factors to consider. Location. Some people have family at certain location, or they just like the weather. They have local connections, so location plays a huge role. Now with location, I should also mention like cost varies from location to location, so that plays a huge role. Like in New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, Boston, the cost of living would be high. The salary would be more or less similar, maybe a little bit more in New York City, but still the taxes and everything, at the end of the day, you may get less and you have to pay on average $20,000 to $2,000 to $2,500 per month for even a studio. Other thing is what I considered the most important factor is the atmosphere of the program. Now, whether there's a collegiality, whether what's the relationship between the residents among themselves, the residents of psychiatry with other specialties, with the attendings of other specialties, and most importantly, how do the residents get along with the attendings in psychiatry and the program leadership. Most important, whether the program director has like an open door policy, like where I trained and where I'm currently working. I feel that it was a open door policy. Like I used to reach out to my program director with any query and he replied to me before even I could check it, so right away. And same policy seems to be in place where I'm currently working. So these things you may not realize right now, but you have to spend at least 3 to 7 years during the residency. So it would be your home. So there would be ups and downs in your life. So if you have a collegial environment, for me, it was far beyond any accolades that program can potentially have. Third thing is visa. A lot of people who do not have visa problems, again, visa problems unfortunately varies from country to country. Muslim-based countries, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Malaysia, some Middle Eastern countries, unfortunately, they have had a lot of visa issues, especially Pakistan, Iran even. So you have to be careful. So J1 visa, of course, if you do residency on J1, then you have to do a 3-year waiver before you can be considered for green card. The advantage of J1 is most of the university programs offer it. If you want to do fellowship, then most of the fellowship would be on J1. The other thing about J1 is that your significant other, your spouse on J2 can get EAD and he or she can work. So which would not be possible if you get H1, because on H4 your dependent would get it and EAD will not be issued. Advantage of H1, quicker path to green card. As of now, they have started renewing the H1 visa from within USA for Indian all the applicants or candidates or residents from India, it is believed it's possible that they would start doing so for everyone. So that would eliminate the need to get your visa stamped every time you leave the US border. So in that case, even H1 will be beneficial. The other thing about H1 is that a lot of time what people would do is they would start do the residency on H1, then they will start, let's say, for internal medicine hospitalist job, and then they get green card and then pursue fellowship. And then the other fact is a lot of people may not realize a lot of even residencies are on H1. They sponsor H1. One of my close friends, he did his residency and fellowship on H1B visa, and he actually got gastroenterology fellowship. So there are a lot of options. So you have to be mindful. And I know a lot of time people would say visa should not matter. Ask the people who have been stuck for more than 4, 5, 6 months in administrative processing, including me. So please don't comment on things which you don't know about. Okay. Next thing sometime people would consider is salary. Of course, as I was mentioning before, in the under the location section, some places have higher salaries. Also depend the gross salary, and also depend the taxes and cost of living. That is very important. Uh, and again, at the end of the day, you should make a decision yourself. Then you should discuss with your mentors, your family members, even. But at the end of the day, it should be your decision, which should, again, I would say, must not be influenced by any perceived feeling that a program is really liking you. Again, I must say there is an NRMP violation if a program asks you where are you ranking them, and even if a program tells you that I'm ranking you at a specific number. So some things could be in gray area, some things are plain illegal. So be very mindful about that. Uh, the other factor sometimes would see is that some people would wanna spend their entire life in a certain location. Like for example, someone says, "I wanna live in New York City the whole life." Then I think it would make more sense if you get a chance to do residency there, because in that case, of course, it would be easier to one where you are doing residency at, especially a bigger city. It's easier to transition to an attending job, whether there or any other hospital or university medical center at the same place. Uh, so basically, these are some of the things I wanted to discuss about rank order list. Again, don't forget to, after you change your rank order list, to submit and certify. Otherwise, the last one will be considered final. So if you change it, always recertify it. All right, and best of luck.